What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Blazers Uprise Live here on a Monday. We have chaos today, Eric, as we are going to pick 15 games. Every team in the NBA plays today, and we got a picks against the spread segment for you guys. I'm looking forward to 15 games, just seeing how this pans out, man. There are no basketball games tomorrow, as it is election day tomorrow. So that's what's going on with the NBA right now. And then in Blazers news, Damian Lillard returns tonight. We'll preview that game after we're done with the chaos that is picks against the spread. Eric, how's it going, man? You've been getting injuries for probably like an entire day.
Yeah, pretty much. Going well. Excited to see my guy Damian Lillard play basketball again tonight. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
How are you doing?
Dude, I just speed ran these graphics, so if any of these graphics are a little off or chaotic, it is what it is. It's 15 games of graphics worth, all right? So did my best to do it as good as possible in the time I had.
And hello to everyone. Welcome into the stream. And how's everyone's day going? How was the rest of your weekend?
Let us know in chat. We
glad
look
to
forward
see you
to hopefully seeing some good weekends in chat. But anyway, let's jump into picks against the spread, Eric. And once again, this is Blazers Uprise Live, presented by betonline.ag. If you want to get in on any of the action today, all these spreads are brought to you by BetOnline. So there's 15 games. If you feel confident on any of them, head over to betonline.ag and use the promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, and you will receive a 50% rewards bonus. Might be a good decision. I don't know. BetOnline.ag is our presenting sponsor today. Shout out to them for supporting us once again. As I look at these standings, Eric, in the double down section, I put WUB for you. Obviously, I sped ran this.
Nice.
I don't know what a WUB is, but
it's a dub with a W. Yeah. WUB.
I don't know where that came from, but you got a WUB.
I like it. We should have WUBs and LUBs or something.
That's
WUBs and LOBs.
Yeah. So you got a dub in double downs, which equals a WUB. Jason got a dub. Both of you guys went 3-0. Everybody else went 0-3. There was only 2 games on last Thursday. And Trevin went 1-2. Trevin kind of split the difference there, so it was a very rough day. But if there's ever a day to make up for it, it is today with 15 games. This could be completely turned around after today. And are you ready?
It clearly is possible to go from first to worst today.
Yeah, it's actually mathematically possible, Aeromancer and Zach. It's been a tough double down season for Zach so far. Anyway, let's just jump headfirst into the chaos. Game number 1 of 15. Washington's heading into Charlotte, and Charlotte is a 2-point Charlotte's a 2-point home favorite according to BetOnline.
And just to be clear, since we're probably not going to finish before these games start, obviously chat's double down is based on percentage, so that won't matter. But for any of the mods who are planning on picking a double down on one of the early games, try to say so before the game starts. And I believe tonight there isn't that 10-minute gap between games. I think they're trying to start them exactly 15 minutes apart. So just let us know before 4 o'clock when this game tips if you'd like to have it as your double down.
Yep.
And then I'm also not going to list any of the probable players or likely to play people because there's so many. So that will ignore them. So for the Wizards, we have Bradley Beal out and DeLon Wright out. For the Hornets, Cody Martin, Gordon Hayward, and LaMelo Ball all out.
Whew. Starting it off tough already. All right, chat, there is your chat poll.
And then for those that don't understand or that are new, the Charlotte -2 means that they are favored by 2 points. So when you're picking the game, if you pick the Hornets, that means they have to win by more than 2 points for you to win. If they lose the game or only win by 1 point, the Wizards would then cover the spread or win the game, and they would be the victor in this particular game.
Yep. And somebody in chat asked when is picks against the spread on a specific date. Basically, like we did in the off-season, Blazers Uprise Live is still Mondays and Thursdays. We just switched it from 9:30 Pacific time to 3:30 Pacific time as it's usually a little bit later than 3:30 Pacific time. We start like NBA games start. That's how our start times work. So Mondays and Thursdays we do picks against the spread. Normally it's lighter on Thursdays. This is just an insane Monday with every team playing, which is basically a one-time thing this season.
Yep, I like it though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually almost every team plays on MLK. There's a couple teams that don't, but this is even crazier because that one is at least spread out to where all the games are like there's some in the morning and stuff because of the holiday.
Yeah. Yeah. This is every 15 minutes. All right. I'm plugging the picks in from chat. Do you have picks from anybody? We got Connor, Jackson, Trevin, Zach in here.
Did not get picks from anyone.
Well, hopefully Aeromancer's here. Because if not, with 15 games, that's going to be a problem. We might have to... Honestly, if Aeromancer doesn't show up, we're going to have to let somebody pick for him.
Yeah.
He's already in the gutter anyway. We'll probably... Sude. What's up, Sude? Sude was one of our final candidates for mod, so what about having Sude pick for him if he doesn't show up? Does that sound good to you?
Aeromancer says he's in a meeting.
All right, well, he can pick this game later. That's fine.
Not sure why. Never mind.
Hopefully, he's out of that soon. Anyway, chat is going 66% Washington. I'm going to go with... Dude, I don't know. Crap, I do not know what I want to do with this game. I'm going to go with Charlotte, I guess. Not confident. What are you going with, Eric?
I'm also taking the Hornets at home.
You're going Hornets?
Simply
and Zach
because it's a home game.
Is going with... what's that going with? Charlotte. Okay, cool. Zach is going with Charlotte as well. Alrighty. Jackson chat is Wizards. Chat was confidently Wizards too, but pretty much everyone else. Charlotte, we'll see when Aeromancer shows up. Sude might have to step up for him. Game number 2, Orlando is hosting Houston in Orlando. BetOnline has it as the Magic being favored by 5 points.
And for the Rockets, they're without Jayshawn Tate and Bruno Fernando. The Magic are still without their cluster of Markelle Fultz, Gary Harris, Jonathan Isaac, Mo Wagner, and Cole Anthony is still out as well. The Rockets had a ton of players that were probable, but it looks like they're all going to play.
Nice. There's chat polls. Zach goes Magic. So, Zach, Magic. I'm also going Magic. I've been a Magic believer all year long. Hasn't been a good thing, but I'm going Magic. Magic for Trevin. Rockets for Jackson. Connor is going with... still waiting on Connor. What are you going with, Eric?
I'm going to go Rockets. Just going to take the 5 points.
Oh, you and Jackson going Rockets. Everybody else going Magic. You guys are up top, not feeling good.
Well, that has a chance for you guys to gain on us then.
Yeah, you guys have been the only people doing Anyway, Connor still waiting on his. And, yeah, we just gotta get this rolling, so we gotta move on. Magic 63%. And, we're still waiting on Connor. Good luck with that, Jackson. That would be awesome to see. That'd be hilarious. Alrighty. Connor, get your pick in when you can. Game number 3, you got Detroit hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City is a 2-point road favorite.
The Thunder are without Alexei Pokusevsky and, of course, Chet Holmgren. Pistons were without Marvin Bagley and Alec Burks. Connor copied us and went with Rockets.
Drinking Kool-Aid was not. I was expecting a better excuse from you, Connor. Drinking Kool-Aid. You can type and drink Kool-Aid at the same time. Maybe get a curly straw.
Jackson's going Pistons. I'm going to take the Thunder in this one.
All right, your Thunder, Jackson's Pistons.
Zach was Pistons. Aramancer said he thinks he'll be available soon.
Cool.
So hopefully.
You can make those picks in time still.
Trevin's going Thunder.
All right, so go over all the picks again.
Myself and Trevin are Thunder. Zach Jackson Pistons.
Zach Jackson Pistons. Thunder. I'm gonna go with Thunder.
Okay. Connor's going Thunder as well.
All right, Connor
just
is
leaves
going with the
Chat and
Chat's in a deadlock right now. 50-50 deadlock. Okay, 52% Thunder for Chat. And Connor, you said went Thunder as well?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Game number 4, we got Indiana hosting New Orleans, and New Orleans is a 5-point road favorite.
All right. So New Orleans is without Garrett Temple and Kerr Lewis Jr. Looks like everyone else is going to play. Pacers are without Aaron Nesmith and Daniel Tice in this one, as well as Chris Duarte, who went down and is looking like he's not going to be back until Christmas time.
That's unfortunate, but they do have some wing depth there.
Yeah, I think that kind of helps them out a little bit. I mean, not that you'd ever want to see someone injured, but they need to go all in on their backcourt of the future of Hallie and Mathurin.
Yes, agree.
I'll go with the Pelicans.
Eric's going Pelicans.
Jackson is 2, and Trevin.
I'm also feeling the Pelicans.
Torrey. And looks like Zach's going Pacers.
Zach's going with Indiana.
Chance to gain a game here.
Waiting on Connor. Chet, we got 40 votes in. 71% Pelicans, so this would currently be their double down. And we're waiting on Connor. Next game is Phoenix and Philadelphia. Romps 76ers versus Gabe's Suns.
Connor went Pacers with Zach.
Connor went Pacers, all right. And then I will go back through and fill in these picks for Aeromancer when we get there. All right, next game, as I said, the Philadelphia 76ers hosting the Phoenix Suns. BetOnline has Phoenix as a 2.5-point road favorite.
The Suns are going to be without Cam Johnson for a while with that meniscus surgery. Jay Crowder still out. Ishmael Wainwright also out. And the Philadelphia 76ers are without James Harden and Daniel House. And Joel Embiid went through shoot around this morning, but as of last check, is still game time decision, unfortunately. But let me see if there's been an update, because Underdog's pretty on top of it. Jimmy Butler available to play tonight.
Yes, he is.
No, just game time decision. Remains questionable. So that's a tough one.
Because I'm just gonna rock with Phoenix.
Yeah, because of that, I'm going Phoenix as well.
'76ers easy money, according to Zach. He's putting the easy money on this game. Zach keeps shouting out football teams for Aeromancer. Trevin, is that a question or a prediction? Suns for Trevin. I don't know why. Scroll up, says Jackson.
Jackson said Suns. I don't know what he wants to scroll up for.
Yeah, I mean, it's still on my screen. I don't have to scroll at all. Connor is going with Connor late on. Connor, make your stream live, bro. You're like 2 minutes behind or something. Or we'll have Smog start picking for you since you guys are the same person. Suns for Connor. And then Chat is going with the Phoenix Suns. You can check that percentage. It's close for double down.
73. They overtake the Pelicans game.
Alrighty. Next game, we got the Atlanta Hawks hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee's a 4-point road favorite.
I'd just like to apologize ahead of this game, but the information is very not forthcoming with both of these teams. Trae Young is still listed as a game time decision, and for the Bucks, Giannis is listed as a game time decision.
Well, I guess that's pretty even.
Yeah. Giannis was probable all day until that game time decision tag a few minutes ago. Trae Young's been questionable all day, so take that for what it's worth. The Hawks are also without Bogdan Bogdanovic. Milwaukee Bucks, of course, are still without Chris Middleton and Pat Connaughton and Joe Ingles.
I mean, I'm just going to roll with the undefeated team here.
Yeah, there was a game last week where I thought the Hawks were going to play better against, I think it was the Bucks, and they got blown out. So I'm going to roll with the Bucks too.
All right, your Bucks. Bucks for Connor, Jackson, and Trevin.
We got a lot of like bad teams playing each other, so there hasn't been very high of spreads so far.
Yeah. Zach is going against the grain, just to be different.
Zach, let me see.
Zach loves being a trendsetter.
I have figured out Zach's strategy, and
have you?
I kind of like it.
Nice, because I don't know what the hell his strategy is. He's going against his own intuition? Is that the strategy?
No, I think he's just picking all home teams, regardless of the spread.
Oh, interesting.
Because he's picked every home team so far. So
I
don't think that's a bad strategy. It can't be worse than 12 and 27 or whatever he is, right?
I mean, maybe this is a day where the road teams are feeling it, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so chat is 69% Bucks.
Connor was Bucks too.
And oh wow, okay, cool. So we got some variety on this Bucks. And oh no, that's not variety. What am I talking about? Everybody's Bucks except Zach. I'm tripping.
I was like, what are you saying?
Next game, we got Miami hosting your Portland Trail Blazers, and Miami is a 5-point home favorite according to BetOnline.
And as we mentioned at the top of the show, Damian Lillard will make his return tonight. Let's go. He is playing. No word yet on Anthony Simons, but he was upgraded from doubtful to questionable a few hours ago. Gary Payton II, Olivier Sarr still out. For the Heat, Tyler Hero is not playing tonight for them. Looks like Jimmy Butler is. Oladipo and Yurtseven still out for them as well.
Cool, I'm going Miami.
Reverse jinx, or you?
I don't know, man. I feel like it's, Miami beat us at home when we were healthy, so this is easy money Miami in Miami.
Simon's expected to play. Smog, I can't check GC while I'm trying to do 15 games. Thanks, though. You could have just told me Simon's expected to play. Okay, so. All right.
Simons is playing according to Fentress, which means Simons is not playing. I'm just kidding.
All right.
That's cool.
Yeah. Because he was listed as doubtful yesterday, questionable this morning, and now looking like he's going to play. So we might have our starting backcourt. Let's go. And I
changed the title of the stream to Lillard and Simons return tonight. Let's go. Still going Heat. I'd rather be pleasantly surprised,
Okay. I'm going to go Blazers. Let's go Blazers. Don't let me down. No reverse jinx today.
I feel like the Blazers win this game now. Actually, should I wonder how the spread is. I wonder if the spread on this game has changed. I'm curious now.
Arrow, you've missed 6 games. If you could try to catch up real quick, if you just go to betonline.ag or any site that has the games, they all should be in order because it's all 15 minutes apart.
Yeah, this is why I like BetOnline as a sponsor, because the spread on BetOnline is still Miami favored by 5. Now you got news that Simons is returning. That's a pretty good entry point to jump in on.
Let's see. No.
Especially when you receive 50% rewards with the promo code BELIEVE.
Zach is going Heat.
What's up, Zach? Let's get it.
Jackson is Blazers.
Why did I put Miami as the road team in this? Okay, that's fine. Whatever, it can be backwards. Jackson was Blazers?
Yep.
I have Jackson's and Connor's folders flipped on here, which is not good. Alright, what do we got?
Aeromancer had Heat.
All right, and then give us the rest of your picks in one, Aeromancer, if you can. Would that be best?
Yeah.
Heat for Arrow. What did Connor and Trevin have?
Don't know.
Dang it. Come on, guys. Chat is 78% Trailblazers.
Ooh, so that's your current double down.
Connor had Blazers? Okay. I'll trust you because you're his brother.
Oh, he's the one that said Blazers season, but yeah.
And then Trevin. Come on, Trevin.
He said, he picked Blazers while I was still doing the injuries. Sorry.
Well, that's, yeah. Okay, here are his picks. While we wait on Trevin for this game, can you read them off?
Yep.
And I'll plug them in.
Game 1, we got Wizards.
Cool.
Game 2, we have Magic.
All right, Game 3.
Game 3 is Thunder.
Game 4.
We have Pelicans.
Game 5.
Suns.
That's a Zach Island right there. Game 6.
Bucks.
That's another Zach Island right there. And then for Game 7, Trevin, make your pick.
Blazers.
Where's Trevin at?
It's Blazers.
Where did he say that?
It was way back, before we even said injuries, I guess.
Yeah, y'all voting too early, actually, because I'm not seeing that. All right, there we go. Me, Zach, Aeromancer, everybody else, Blazers. All right, now we should have full votes on these, which is a good thing. All right. Chicago's hosting Toronto. Chicago, 2-point home favorite.
All right, so Toronto is unfortunately going to be out without Pascal Siakam for a couple weeks. And Kem Birch looks like he's out of this one as well. For the Chicago Bulls, of course, Lonzo Ball's still out. He is joined by Kobe White. Andre Drummond, doubtful. Zach LaVine, game time decision, questionable.
Oh, not Andre Drummond. You said Siakam was out?
Yeah, Siakam's out.
Okay. Was there anyone else notable for the Raptors?
No.
Okay.
Kem Birch was the only other one. But
Also,
lineup alert: Anthony Simons' foot will have a minutes limit if he plays.
all right. Well, interesting.
Andre Drummond just upgraded to questionable.
Oh, that changes my decision. I am going
Zach
with
LaVine will play.
I'm going with the Chicago Bulls because Andre Drummond's playing. Let's go.
Well, questionable still means questionable, but
he's Andre Drummond. He can play through pain.
And these two teams did play yesterday. The Raptors won easily.
Jackson, Aeromancer with the Raptors. All right. What else? What are you going with, Eric?
I am going to go with the Toronto Raptors as well.
Connor going Raptors.
Tory Bulls. Trevin Bulls.
Chat is 58% Raptors. And then, what did Zach go with? Benny's team, the Bulls.
Well,
right, cool.
Yeah, they're the home team.
Alrighty. Me, Zach, Trevin, Bulls, everybody else Raptors. Those logos are hard to differentiate, unfortunately. Next game, we got Memphis hosting Boston. BetOnline has Boston as a 3.5-point road favorite.
So Luke Cornett, Robert Williams out, of course, for the Celtics. Al Horford didn't play Saturday. I didn't see a new injury designation, but he's been in and out of the lineup. Grizzlies are without Jaren Jackson, Zaire Williams, and Steven Adams questionable, Jake LaRavia questionable.
No, not Jake LaRavia.
And, of course, Danny Green's also out pretty much for the year.
Wait, which one of these teams is Danny Green?
He's on the Grizzlies. He was part of the Anthony Melton trade. To get Jake LaRavia, I believe, with the 23rd pick. Or maybe that was the Roddy pick. One of the two.
I think it was the Roddy pick.
I'm going to go Celtics in this one. Zach is going Grizzlies. Connor Grizzlies. Trevin Celtics.
I'm going Celtics.
Okay.
So Connor, Zach Grizzlies, me Trevin Celtics.
And me Celtics.
Connor's Grizzlies. Oh no, I already said Connor. What am I talking about?
Arrow is Grizzlies.
Arrow is Grizzlies. And what is Jackson?
Jackson said, ew, I don't know. I'm taking the Grizz, I guess.
Very confident there. And chat's going Celtics. We got a split vote. Awesome. All right. Next game, we got New York versus Minnesota. Minnesota's a 2.5-point road favorite. And yes, the games up next are gone because I don't have that this far.
Knicks are without Mitchell Robinson. Quentin Grimes was questionable last I saw. For the Timberwolves, they have Rudy Gobert out due to health and safety protocols.
Oh, wow. All right, there's your chat poll chat. I'm going with the Knicks.
I'm also going Knicks. Jackson, Knicks.
Knicks for Jackson.
Jackson says Knicks, and then Jackson went Knicks.
Timberwolves for Aeromancer.
I mean, you can pencil Zach in for Timberwolves.
Oh, Timberwolves for Aeromancer.
Connor.
Timberwolves are on the road, though.
No, this is in Minnesota.
Oh, is it?
Yep. It says at the top Minneapolis.
Oh,
Minnesota.
I had Minnesota. Yeah, I had Minnesota on the left. Let me double check that. I do know that it's in Minnesota.
It's in Minnesota.
It is in Minnesota, yeah. Just put them on the left. I flipped them on accident. Okay, cool.
Does that change your pick, Zach?
Yeah, let's see. This is a Zach test.
You tried to. Man.
Wolves for Trevin. Dang, that bot couldn't even get a second message in.
I don't know why
Aeromancer
timed him out.
Timed out the bot for 300 seconds.
Yeah, the right team is always the home team, Zach, except for when
he's going all right teams. Okay, so Zach, you're going with the Knicks then. Okay.
So I just want to be clear. Tori messed it up. It should be the Timberwolves on the right side. Are you going with the Timberwolves because they should be on the right side, or the Knicks because Tori messed it up and accidentally put them on the right side?
See, these are the things you now have to think about. That was my plan. Knicks for chat. I knew you would do this, so I had to throw a curveball in for you. Anyway, cool. That's our picks, unless Zach wants something else, because Zach still has. Zach said Knicks. Okay. Zach said Knicks.
Again.
So, what's up? Yep. Obey the graphic. Good job, Zach. I respect it. Always obey the graphic. All right, next game we got is
that's on you if he misses that one.
Nah, it's not on me. That's on him. He decided to obey the graphic. You know, he didn't have to pledge his allegiance to the graphic. Denver is a 7.5 point road favorite as they head into San Antonio to take on the Spurs.
All right, so we got the Nuggets as 7.5 point favorites. They are without, Zeke Naji and Ish Smith are listed as doubtful. Let me see if there's any.
Not Ish Smith.
Jeff Green, probable. And then for the San Antonio Spurs, they have Romeo Langford, Zach Collins out, as well as Blake Wesley. I'm going to take the Nuggets.
Eric going with Denver.
Zach and Jackson are on the Spurs. Trevin is Nuggets.
Jackson. Who was Nuggets?
Trevin and myself.
Okay.
Aeromancer also Nuggets.
I don't like the spread at all. I'm gonna take jeez. I'm gonna take the Nuggets.
All right.
Connor's
Nuggets. Just chat.
And chat is going Nuggets as well. All right, game 12 of 15. Dallas is hosting Brooklyn. Dallas 6-point home favorite according to BetOnline.
So the Nets are, of course, without T.J. Warren and Kyrie Irving still suspended. Mavericks look like they were going to be without Frank Ntilikina, but it looks like he just got changed to available to play. Not that that is really that impactful. And then Davis Bertans still looks like he's out as well.
I'm going with Dallas.
right.
And I need to fix my webcam.
I'm going to go with the Nets. I think they've won every game without Kyrie this year.
Jackson Nets, Connor Nets.
And Zach Mavericks. Trevin Mavericks.
Aeromancer?
That's been out.
He's going with...
He's going to say Mavs. If you could...
Because of Frankie Ntilikina.
If you could please just give your pick and then...
Or just
have the commentary later.
or if you put it in commentary, put the pick in all caps.
Just makes it easier to see.
Yeah, I think all caps works though.
Arrow.
Mavericks for chat.
All right.
I thought I was gonna maybe be on an island here at the start, and then everybody else is going Mavericks after some early Nets votes.
Just misses out on their double down.
All right, here we go. We got Golden State hosting the Sacramento Kings, and the Warriors are 8-point home favorites.
All right, Golden State still without Dante DiVincenzo, and I don't think Andre Iguodala has still played all year. I think they're just going to put him on the shelf until they actually need him. And then for Sacramento, they have nobody listed on their injury report.
Cool. There we go. Connor said this is the no fun stream, apparently. Yes, Connor, how dare you have fun?
Have all the fun you want. We just, that it's hard.
Kings. Jackson goes with the Sacks.
I am taking the Kings as well, just because of the 8 points.
I'm also going Kings.
Arrow, Tory. This might be a Zach Island.
Who hasn't gone Kings other than Zach?
There's no one. Everyone else, except for Chat. But Zach hasn't officially made his pick yet.
I mean, at this point, I'm just going with the right team. And if he says something otherwise, then I'll change it. All right, to Zach Island, Warriors. Everybody else Kings, because Zach got to go with the team on the right. If you're a lefty, Zach hates you. All right, game 14 of 15. The Jazz are hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. The Jazz are 7-point home favorites.
Yep. Utah, Jared Vanderbilt is questionable. And for the Lakers, LeBron is not playing in this one. Anthony Davis is probable, but they're also without Lonnie Walker, Patrick Beverly, Thomas Bryant.
What the hell?
I believe Dennis Schroeder is out.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Cole Schweider is out. Yeah. So,
all right, well,
several players out for them.
I'm going Utah. Connor says, "Gimme the Lakers." Very confident as well. Don't know why, but let's roll with that.
Connor, Aeromancer, Jackson, all on the Lakers.
Surprising trio there.
I am going to take the Jazz. Same with Trevin.
Zach, what? Jazz 87% of the vote, 53 votes. That is their new double down. Chat hates the Lakers more than they love the Blazers. There it is.
Interesting.
All right, final game of this marathon. The Clippers are hosting the Cavs. The Cavs are 5-point road favorites according to Bet Online.
All right, so the Cavs are without Dylan Windler. And let me just make sure there's no one else on their injury report right now. Oh, come on, computer. Ricky Rubio is, of course, still out for them. He hasn't played yet this year. For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard still out.
No timetable to return.
John Wall out. Luke Kennard, Reggie Jackson questionable.
I'm going with my Cleveland Cavaliers.
I'm also going Cavs. They're just too good. Too good.
Cavs for Trev.
Cavs for
Zach
Jackson.
goes LA.
This might be another island.
Connor says even Lakers fans hate the Lakers.
Romancer is Cavs.
So Jackson went Cavs, not Connor. Connor goes Clippers. Connor joins Zach on the island. They're island boys who sing King songs apparently. Cavs for chat. All right, I'll go through the double downable games. The first two games are not double downable. Every game, because they've tipped off, but we obviously made the picks before they tipped off. Every other game, double downable. I'll run through these spreads right now. And then once I'm done, let me know who has what, and I'll plug it in.
Okay. The chats was the the Jazz against the Lakers. I'm going to go with the Pelicans.
I'm going with the Pelicans too. Yeah.
15 games, you're going to copy me cheap.
That's why I'm laughing, man.
Don't let me down, Pelicans.
Don't let us down, Eric. Us.
Yeah. Jackson went Bucks. He guesses.
That's funny.
Aeromancer's doing that last game, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Alrighty. Alright, hold on. So me and you are Pelicans. Let me plug in a Pelicans logo. Pels. Alright, what are you going with? Oh no. What? I just put your picking. Who else is going with what else? I'm delirious. 15 games test me mentally. Alright.
I have no idea, Zach, unless you're going against the Blazers.
Which team do you think was the furthest most right?
Can we please just get your double down picks in so we can be done with this?
Eric will punish you if you don't get your double down picks in 30 seconds. What chat go with?
Chat was Jazz. Zach's going Heat, double down, easy money.
Oh, I love it.
Trevin says Cavs. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
And on Jackson, Connor, Jackson went Bucks. You said
Jackson went Bucks. Connor is going Blazers. Without the easy money designation.
Yeah, please don't do that to the Blazers. Zach's sacrificing for an 0-6 double down start, hopefully.
Arrows was Cavs, by the way.
Wow, so 15 games, 6 out of the 8 double downs are on 3 games. Interesting. There's a lot of spreads I like today. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling like an 11 and 5 day is coming for me. All right, we will see how things go. Anyway, that is Picks Against the Spread, the longest edition of the year until maybe like the last day of the season. All right, now that we're done with that, we had a couple games tip off already. Washington's beating the Wizards, or the Wizards are beating the Hornets 26-18. Washington's beating the Wizards. Oh my goodness. I'm tripping. And Magic Rockets 23-20 Magic. So that's a close game there. All right, Eric. I can breathe again. I've been holding my breath for the last 45 minutes. Okay, so it sounds like the Blazers are going to be relatively healthy today. Anthony Simon's on a minutes restriction. Who knows what that minutes restriction is? Did they say?
I've not seen an actual minutes. I haven't even seen verification of the Fentress thing yet. But
yeah, we're going to need someone else to verify that, hopefully. No, I believe Fentress. Yeah, so what are your keys to this game? You know, we've already played them. That was our first loss of the season. What can we learn from that? What can we improve upon from that?
I think one of the things that was like the first game we played against a team that really was physical with us on defense and really made us like question whether we should be going in the paint and stuff. So I think with those type of teams, they're pressuring out top and have rim protection, obviously, with Bam. Mm-hmm. I think you want to attack and try to pick up cheap fouls on them, get them in the bonus, take them out of being super aggressive, and then you want to also move the ball so they can't just pressure one player, which is nice because if we have Dame and Ant back in, along with the close to 30 assists of the 2 games prior to the blowout one last game. So if you have that ball movement along with attacking, getting them into foul trouble and into the penalty, I think that's a good recipe on offense. On defense, they move the ball well, get shooters open on the weak side of plays. So you just got to be alert off ball and not fall asleep.
Yep. The Blazers have been solid rebounding the ball, but in their first matchup against the Heat, got out-rebounded 46-38. The Heat had 15 offensive rebounds, the Blazers had 11. Okay, so first key, out-rebound them. Most of the time I look on the offensive end, though, in terms of just judging whether a team rebounded better than another team, because obviously missing more shots will lead to more defensive rebounds, which skews towards, rebounds skews towards the defense. But, yeah, so rebound better, at least on the offensive end. The second thing that stands out to me just looking at the team stats from the first time we played these guys, they had 29 fast break points to 14 for us. So having that more even would be crucial, especially since that was the first game where we really struggled in the half-court offense to just get a flow or a rhythm going, and that was due in part to Miami's defense. So being able to get out and run is a little bit easier to handle their defense.
That was also the game where we had several live ball turnovers up top.
Yes,
and just passed across the court to Jimmy Butler, and he'd go down and dunk it. So that contributes a lot, not only to cut down on the turnovers, but to get back on defense, and hopefully those turnovers aren't ones where they're getting easy baskets out of it.
Because we had 19 turnovers in that game, so my key is 15 or less. 15 or less, which is not a high mark, but the Blazers have been averaging like 17, 18 turnovers a game. They've been one of the worst teams in the league in terms of taking care of the ball, but I think it's been a byproduct of some better offense. And then the final thing is Portland's been really good scoring in the paint, but Miami outscored them in the paint 52-40 in that first matchup. So winning the points in the paint battle would be nice because the Blazers have generally done that this year, especially in their wins. So those are the keys that I'm looking for from a, just kind of statistical standpoint and just some of the facets of the game.
I still think we need to shoot more 3-pointers too. Find that balance between like I understand we want to establish ourselves as a team that can score in the paint. That is all well and good, but you can't be the extreme of what we've been the last or the pre-Chauncey years where we lived and died by the three, and you can't go completely the other way and not shoot threes at all with how efficient it can be. And we're actually tied for fourth right now with a 38.9% made 3-point percentage, but we're second to last in the NBA in attempts per game. So it's a very small amount that we're shooting compared to the rest of the league, but we are hitting them. But just kind of keeping that defense honest, it will clear up the paint if that's what you really want to be as a paint team. You have to shoot the open threes if you get them.
Absolutely. Also, just, taking good threes instead of forcing threes will make that percentage a little bit higher. So it would be interesting if the Blazers did shoot more threes to see if they maybe have a rougher shooting night, because I think they, in terms of three-point shot quality, it's probably near the top in the league. Because they don't force threes and pass up open ones and pretty much only shoot open ones outside of Dame and Anthony Simons. Mm-hmm. So, kind of goes hand in hand with that. But being able to stretch out this Miami defense in the half court, I think, is crucial because they're really good defending on the interior with Bam Adebayo. And they're a very physical team. The Blazers really struggled with their physicality in that first matchup. So being able to come out, withstand their physicality, be able to execute offensively in the half court without turning the ball over, I think is the biggest thing when it comes to beating this Miami Heat team. And having Anthony Simons back definitely helps, because I would have had no confidence in Justice Winslow playing point guard against this Heat team. I have confidence in him being able to fill in at times against other teams, but like Josh Hart, Justice Winslow, those guys playing point guard against such a physical defensive team that makes it hard to even start your half-court offense, make the first pass into your half-court offense, and really initiate things. I felt like it was going to be a problem, even with Damian Lillard back, not having a backup point guard that you could trust to do that. Now we have Anthony Simons, who knows how many minutes he's able to play, but I think that is definitely huge. He was initially doubtful yesterday. So that's the key for me. It's going to be interesting to compare and contrast this game to the last game. And it's just, 5 of the first 10 games, Eric, are against Miami or Phoenix. Mm-hmm. This is the 10th game. Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, too, with those guys back, we saw how successful a team-oriented offense could be on Friday night against the Suns. So mixing those guys back into that concept against a team that is going to look to take Damian Lillard out of the game with pressure, and then once he went out of the last game against the Heat, they put all that attention on Anthony, and unfortunately he didn't do well in that situation in that particular game. So if that's a case where they're trying to take one or both of those guys out of the game, play like you did on Friday, where you have, Winslow and Hart and other guys initiating the offense. That way, it's a lot harder to pressure those guys off ball. You'd think the turnovers would go down. And if Hart and Winslow are getting penetration, they should be able to kick out to Dame and Ant for good three-pointers, or get to the rim if they're not going to sag off of those guys. So just learning what you learned while those guys are out and applying them to fitting them back in, I think, is the way to beat pressure.
Yep, absolutely. We'll take questions for, 3, 4, 5 minutes. I'll do a Q&A section. You'll see something pop up, and you can ask a question on there. Only going to answer questions on there, or if it's a dono. So we'll just rapid fire these questions, Eric, and then we'll sign off here in about 5 minutes. I don't know why I put a question mark with ask a question, but there you go. Now you really know you're supposed to ask a question. So yeah, we'll rapid fire whatever is posted on that ask a question prompt. For some reason, over on the main channel, I can't do a Q&A thing like I can do over on the second channel. I don't know why. It doesn't really make sense to me because the first channel has a lot more subs. So yeah, how many points does Dame DR? drop, I assume you meant to say, and just forgot the O and the P. How many points tonight? I would say like 22. 22. I'm not going to go super ambitious his first game back from injury.
Yeah. Like I said, they're going to try to take Dame out of this game. But I still think he gets to 30 because he's assuming he's got that calf strain taken care of and it's fully healthy. He was showing a burst to get by people this year that even better than he had in some of his 30-point average seasons. So, yeah, I'm going to say 30.
Who's scoring the most points tonight? Asks Reese. I'm going with Luka because don't really trust Brooklyn's defense there. And
what do you mean, like an entire league, or just in this
the
game?
NBA? Who's scoring the most points in the NBA tonight? I'm saying Luka. Hard to go against Luka against Brooklyn's defense. Good guess. So, did Keon come in and kill momentum last game?
No, I wouldn't say he killed momentum. I mean, he didn't play well last game, but I don't think we had a lot of momentum anyway.
yeah, it was a bunch of things last game. I wouldn't just put it on Keon.
Yeah.
Kieran asks, what do you think the chances are that we go after someone like Vanderbilt or Bamba on the trade market? I'm guessing you'll say very low, but like, is that possible? Would you like to see that? I don't think Bamba's as realistic as Vanderbilt, but I don't think the Blazers end up with either of those guys. But it's really hard to answer that question in November.
Yeah, well, I'll just say this. If you see people like Bamba making $10 million, you're talking Josh Hart for Bamba, right? Or some combination of, because I'm assuming Bamba's not worth going into the tax for them.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if you did, Keon Winslow and Nas or something, like I'm not even sure if that works with the poison pill, but like we still have to sign 2 players, so like it's still, I think, gonna put us back into the tax. So like people like that, is just anyone making around 10 million is going to be really tough unless you think that player is worth trading Josh Hart for. And then anyone making more than 10 million, say a max contract, whether you're talking about Kevin Durant or Paul George, I heard bandied about today, like those players would take multiple people between like Nurk, Anthony, Sharp, Grant. Like we're talking 2 or 3 of those guys just as a starting point in those trades. So like those trades are kind of, like you said, in November, kind of pointless to think about since some of those guys aren't even tradable yet. And then as far as Jared Vanderbilt or people making under like $6 million, I would say it is still possible, but it would have to be a deal where the Blazers feel really good about the team and just feel like they're missing that one piece to go back in the tax for someone like Jared Vanderbilt. And I don't know at this time if they're willing to make that commitment. Now, if they continue their hot start and they're up near the top of the standings, near the trade deadline, I think maybe that changes and they might be willing to go into the tax for someone like him and maybe overpay if they think they have a good shot this year since it's kind of wide open. But overall, not really.
Yep. All right. Rapid fire. Zach says, rate this question on a scale of 1 to 10. 0.
Negative 10.
Echo says, how many assists does Nurkic get tonight? I'll just go with 3.
Yeah.
I'll just go with 3. He hasn't been having the assist numbers that he's had in the, a couple years ago.
Josh. Bam does trap though a little bit, so maybe you can get Nurk open on that short roll to kick out the shooters. So maybe a couple more. But
plays off that. Yeah, it could.
I'd be happy with 3. Yeah,
I'll just go with his average. Joshua Collins says, "Do you see Anthony cleaning up his turnovers soon?" I mean, the whole team is turning the ball over, so it's hard to say anyone is going to clean it up soon. I mean, hopefully this team just cleans up its turnovers soon in general, even if it's not it's some other guys. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to predict that. Why? Juice Toon says, why is Grant so spotty on his scoring and play this season? New rule, third guy. As the number 1 for a couple games in a row, he had a great 30-point outing in the first Phoenix game, but then the second Phoenix game, he's going up against Mikal Bridges, and they absolutely loaded up on him, and he had 14 points. Like, what do you expect,
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really had a problem with the scoring. I think he's got to pick his spots more, but
he's averaging like 18 a game.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have told me he'd be averaging 18, as long as it's decent efficiency, I don't have a problem with that.
David Lester says, revised projected record of the Blazers by the new year. By the new year? I don't even know how many games or...
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know how to answer that. Clearly a bot says, is Winslow finally having his revenge game on Miami? I doubt it. I feel like Miami's the type of team he would struggle against.
Winslow's not the type of player that's going to drop like 40 points. Like, you know what I mean? He's not going to have a revenge game. His revenge game is just getting a W. So if they win tonight, that's his revenge. He's just like, he's got to stick to his skill set of just doing the little things and not try to go above that.
Yep. Shout James D, $5 donation, says, y'all are killing it so far this year. Keep up the good work. Thank you for the compliment, James.
Thanks,
and thank you for the donation. Appreciate you. Isaac503 asks, do you think we resign Grant? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brent?
I mean, especially if he keeps playing this way. I mean, we've already pretty much agreed to a contract extension, and it'll be announced the minute it can be.
Yep. Brian Tadovich says starting lineup. I assume Ant's starting, but with his minutes restriction, maybe it's Shaden Sharp still.
Yeah.
Connor says hashtag unmod Wacklandia.
That's not a
question. Hashtag ban Connor? Question mark. No. And Jake the Snake 21 asks how many fun plays will Sharp have tonight. 12. Hopefully a lot.
I'll say at least 2. But yeah, it'd be nice
at least 2
to get him going and getting him out in transition.
Absolutely. I want a poster alley-oop on Bam and Jimmy Butler at the same time. Does that count as 2 fun plays in 1? Anyway, that is our Q&A section to end the stream. Anything else, Eric?
Another donation from Brian Tadovich, $2. Winslow or Luka with a triple dub?
I'm going with Luka. Winslow with the triple double? Is that something you're confident in?
Well, I would say, I mean, that game against Phoenix that we won, he did come pretty close, but if we have Damon Ant back, he won't see near the opportunities to have a triple double. So
agreed. So thank you for the donation, Brian Tadovich. With that being said, that's a wrap for this episode of Blazers Uprise Live. We'll have a post-game show going live at about 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we'll recap this game. And hopefully we're talking about a win after that. Anyway, this has been Blazers Uprise Live, presented by betonline.ag. Still some time to get in on some of the NBA action today, with there still being a ton of games to tip off. So it's going to be interesting to just look around the league tonight and see how it plays out. And anything else you wanted to get in, Eric?
Max, that's not even an option. Rudy Gobert makes like 40-some million. So
you want to end it with shooting down another trade idea?
Yeah.
Fitting,
yeah.
but also true, because not doable, and we can't trade Nurkic right now. So trade talk, we'll have it when it's relevant, but until then, we're talking about basketball and some good basketball. Blazers 6-3 have a chance to go 7-3 and win 2 out of 3 games against Phoenix, twice in Miami on the road. You'll absolutely take that. Dame's back, Ant's back, the Blazers are getting healthier, GP2 should be back soon. It's going to be interesting to see if this team can rattle off a string of victories in the month of November, which is a very tough month. We'll have you covered. Anyway, once again, this is Blazers Uprise Live, presented by betonline.ag. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you later tonight. Until then, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.